Good day, gentlemen. In today's video, why being a good man isn't enough. I'm going to reveal the masculine mistake. Let's go. Good day, gentlemen. I'm so glad you are here. Today, we are going to go down another big rabbit hole, and this one is on the challenges so many guys are going through. And especially if you're watching this after a breakup or after a divorce, or maybe you're in a separation and you're just scratching your head as to what the hell went wrong. Because reality is you did everything right. You did it by the book. A good provider. You were loyal. You didn't cheat. On paper, you were a good man. So what the hell happened? Why did she leave? And the truth of this, brother, is it's not what you think. And this is going to mess up everything you think about when it comes to relationship dynamics. So I want you to stay to the end, because I am going to blow back the curtain here to give you some insights that may give you the upper hand in regards to your recovery and getting back into the game or salvaging that which you've lost. All right, gentlemen, it's time for a truth bomb. The truth is, she didn't leave you because you were bad. No, she left you because she couldn't feel you anymore from your core. Oh yeah, you were there and you did all the check marks, but she couldn't feel you. Somewhere along the line, you lost your way. You checked out in some way, shape, or form. And yes, you absolutely were a good man, but you lost your presence and that authentic masculine power and that push-pull tension that she craves so much. And if you reflect back on this, you'll go, oh, crap, there it is. It's that masculine leadership that is so fundamental in relationship dynamics. When you are a good man, yeah, you're looking after the bills, you're looking after the household, you're doing great, wanting to make sure she's looked after, the kids are looked after, all good. And good also means predictable. You've gotten into that phase where there is no spontaneity. You've lost that edge. You've lost that piece of being decisive. And a lot of times when you're good, you're seeking her approval. You're seeking her validation. Is this good? Is this what you wanted? Is this how you like it? Is this a good choice for a restaurant? Or how about you choose the restaurant? How about you choose the movie that we're going to watch? And what you end up doing here is you're making her making the decisions because there's a part of you that's too afraid to rock the boat, because if you do, she's going to get all up in her stuff, and that feminine nature is just going to spill out all over the place and mess up all the good that you've been doing. And I get it. We've been conditioned to tone down our masculine energy. It's been in our pop culture for years. And that essence of who we are has been muted.
You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties.
I mean, so many men are feeling emasculated inside the relationship container, but what they're doing here is they're pointing fingers and saying it's her fault. I'm emasculated because she's too strong and she's too in her masculine frame. Oh yeah, she wears the pants. Oh, never say that, brother. Never say that again. The only reason that the polarity has shifted is because of you. That's it. You got to take full 100% ownership of this, brother. Women want an emotional range from their men. They don't want emotional passivity. And that is where men start to go off the rails, because they're not owning the relationship dynamic. They're not stepping into the king energy that is so vital in the dynamic so that she can be free to be in her feminine. Understand this, brothers. It's so important. Good does not equal deeply connected. Hey, listen, you showed up as a great provider, no doubt. But a lot of men fail to show up as her protector. A lot of men are shoving that masculine edge off the side because they're so afraid of being labeled as toxic. Yeah, this pop culture is really messed up an entire generation, if not two generations of men. We've got to be the protector of her heart. And that can only happen when we go more into our authentic masculine power. By you avoiding conflict to keep the peace, you've become emotionally distant from her. And she can feel that. But more than that, brother, you can feel that. And here's what frustrates so many men. You gave her exactly what she asked for, but you didn't give her what she needed. How are you supposed to know these things? It's because when you check out of that emotional intelligence piece, you don't know what you don't know. You have to feel what she needs based on how she's showing up for you. How much resistance is there? In a lot of cases, the argument that is front and center is not what is important. It's an elephant that's in the room, and whatever is being expressed in an angry and toxic way, there's a message in there, and it has very little to do with what's being expressed.
This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
She is not feeling safe. She's not feeling comfortable. She is not feeling protected. And she's losing her sense of trust in you. So she is doing all these things to make you feel distant or pushing you back. Now, I want to make a distinction between a good man and the nice guy. There's a nice guy energy out there. And when I talk about nice guy, it is that beta energy. Now, there's good men that are going into relationships, no question about it. But even the good man is not enough. Now, the nice guy is typically going into everything with an agenda. And this is why most nice guys get put in the friend zone, even in long-term relationships. Yeah. Are you in the friend zone in your own marriage? I want you to check in with you. When was the last time you had sex? And I don't mean utilitarian, get her done sex. I'm talking about great sex where you feel connected, you feel alive, you feel like a champion. It's been a while. You're in the friend zone. It's because there's no polarity anymore. It's been drained from the relationship in her eyes. You get this, brother. Get it at a core level. And if you really want to know if you're a nice guy energy, check in with any resentment. Do you have any resentment towards her? What she's done, things that have been said, how she's behaved, any energy about what you've done and not been reciprocated on? Like you've done all these things, checked all the boxes, and still nothing coming back. Or perhaps promises of affection and nothing coming back. If you feel resentment, it is an indicator that you are in nice guy territory. Because the truth about resentment is it points to exactly where your values and boundaries were not expressed. And a good man, he is more intentional with what he's doing. He's truly a good man from the sake of doing what's right in the relationship. However, just because you have amped up from nice guy to being a good man doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have your cake and eat it too. You've got to understand how polarity works and how her feminine and how your masculine are doing the dance. And this good man energy, if he's not having this authentic masculine power within that good man frame, even that doesn't mean that you are going to be able to be super connected and she's going to come back to you and it's going to be on. No, so many good men are finding out that she is leaving or has left or it's over, or if you don't do the work, it's done. Do you know how many clients have come to me because their wife or their long-term girlfriend said, hey, I found this guy online. If you don't work with Dwayne, if you don't get on this now, we're done. I'd say 30% of my clients have come from an ultimatum from their beloved because he's just not doing the work, or he's trying, but he is really not bringing in the new energy that she craves. And a great example is I had a client, his name is Mike, and he came to me, he's doing incredibly well, making high six figures, has it all, beautiful home, multiple cars, great kids, and they vacation 2 or 3 times a year. She's beautiful, but they haven't had sex in over 3 years. 3 years. Yep, they're affectionate. She loves and adores him, but they're roommates. And when we did the deep dive and we checked in and we went back, roll back the tape, he realized that, yeah, he's leading in business, but he's not leading in the relationship, and he's not leading her like she needs him to lead. And this doesn't mean a control. This is leading her as the king to his queen. She wants to get out of the masculine frame that she's holding. And that can only come when her man is leading from the front, from his masculine energy, so that she can now dump that energy and be in her divine feminine. Brothers, get this. She longs to be in her divine feminine, but you have to lead the charge. That's just how it is. I'm not making this up. It is the ways of the universe. If you just understand how important this is, that you lead from the front and you do it from your core authentically, she will follow. It's not going to come overnight. You're not going to snap your fingers and you're a new man. It's going to be a process, but you keep maintaining your frame, and she's going to fucking test you. Oh, yes. And this is where you have fallen many times in the past. And it keeps the status quo because you keep failing these tests. And this is where you've got to be mindful. This is a test. This is what Coach Dwayne said. Yeah, I can expect this. Oh, I can reframe this. I get this now. I see what she's doing. Okay, I'm going to breathe this in. I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to own my part in this and show up powerfully. I'm going to be playful. I'm going to be a little flirtatious. I'm going to bring a little bit of edge into this, but I'm not going to make it about her. I'm going to own the situation. And when you do, she's going to see, hey, what's going on here? He's pushing back in a very playful way. And she's going to keep on pushing. You got to keep on being in your frame. Now, this is not about you putting up with bad behavior. If she is a wingnut and your sanity is at stake, brother, you've got to understand you're in a really effed up relationship. And why are you doing that? Stop that shit. You too deserve happiness. In fact, you've got to show your children what happiness looks like. If you're constantly doing this, that's not a healthy dynamic. But this whole video is about you owning the good man within yourself and how it's been showing up and how you failed to lead, so that you can flip the script and be in your authentic masculine frame to turn things around. So let's dig into what women actually want. Like I said, she's not looking for perfection. She's looking for your presence, to being there in mind, body, and soul. She's not looking for you to be people-pleasing and going into things with a hidden agenda and being passive-aggressive in how you're showing up. No, she wants you to show up with purpose. Why are you in this dynamic? Be purposeful. Be the king. Be the leader. Be her champion. That's your purpose in this dynamic. She doesn't want your emotional suppression. She doesn't want this energy that she doesn't know where you're at, where you're going, and stoic. Hey, and there's a time to be stoic. I get it. But when you are acting like a child, like a little boy, going down the silent road treatment because you don't know how to express yourself, that doesn't work. It does not work. You've got to work on your emotional intelligence, brothers. She wants to feel your certainty. She wants to feel that you have direction. She wants to kind of hear you say, I want you to follow me, babe. Not from a place of control, but out of love. Because wherever you go, that's where safety, security, and love is. And she wants to be close to that. And she really wants you to be in your truth and not hide it under these nice guy personas or this passive aggressive bullshit. So what do you do next? If this is truly landing for you, I don't want you to ever be trying to earn her love through sacrifice. And what I mean by that is constantly doing, checking boxes and doing her bidding. She doesn't find that sexy. No, what she wants and what I want you to do is start leading from the front. Start being decisive. What do I need to do? How can I lead the situation? What needs to happen here? Hey, you might have the house all taken care of. You might have the garden, your car, all these things taken care of. But what can you be decisive on that she normally has to make the decisions on? Now, if you've got clear defined roles, that's great. But I want you to define the roles that are truly masculine in nature that she is handling and take it off of her hands. Start showing up with power and with clarity. Start speaking your truth, even if it shakes you, even if it shakes her, but you're doing it from your heart, not from your head. You're not here. You're not in the relationship dynamic to be liked. You're here to be felt. Notice the distinction. Let her feel the fullness of your essence, of the remarkable man that you are. That will go so far in carrying her into the place in the relationship dynamic that allows her to surrender. That's my guy. Oh my God. Does he ever know how to lead? Ooh-wee. So here's your call to action. If this was a real hard wake-up call for you and it landed for you, you get this. This is not meant to be a gut punch. What this is what you're feeling is you awakening. You get this on another level. You're getting that, okay, I understand Dwayne. I understand what he's talking about. And I get it. I know I need to step into the remarkable man within. I know I can do this. I just didn't have the clarity. I didn't have the container for this to be a reality for me. I didn't know there was this resource out there. I could feel it, but Dwayne kind of brought it home for me. And that's what I want for you, brother. I want to be able to give you the resources that you need, the tools that you need, and the insights you need to be able to step into that authentic masculine power. So if this was of value to you, please like, share, comment on it. And you know this is a nuanced conversation. So write in the comments as to how this showed up for you. What's landing for you? How has it impacted your relationship? And what do you want to see in your relationship? And if you feel if we are a fit to work one-on-one, then I highly recommend that you book your breakthrough discovery call. Let's have a powerful conversation about where you want your next breakthrough. And of course, get my groundbreaking book, The Remarkable Man, Champions to Women, Heroes to Children, and Brothers to Each Other. It's the catalyst that started the Remarkable Man Project movement. And also, sign up for the Remarkable Man Project School community. There you'll find an incredible brotherhood, and I'm putting resources, coaching tools in there every day. And it's free, brother. Click the link and join today. Gentlemen, we're in a crazy clown show, upside down world. And what this world needs most right now are remarkable men. My question to you is, will you be one of them? Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to yourself, and remember, you're not alone on the journey. At the Remarkable Man Project, we've got your back. Cheers.